Hey, it's the champ Antonio Tarver. You're listening to Tarver's Take, the most informative take in boxing. Just remember where you heard it first. May 31st, man, right around the corner this Saturday, man. PBC superstars Jermall Charlo and Caleb Plant return, man. Jermall Charlo, in particular, man, has been inactive for some time. He's 18 months getting back now. Before that, it was 2.5 years. So, really glad to see him back, man. Hopefully, he's focused and locked in. By the press conference and everything, he looks really nice, man. He looks like he's in shape, like he's focused. That's the main thing. You know what I mean? It's been some time getting back, but he's back right now against a guy named Thomas LaManna. Comes in. He's a veteran, bro. He's a veteran, 39-5 with one draw. 33 years old, only 18 knockouts. I think this is a perfect opponent for a guy like Jermall Charlo coming back, the hitman, man, representing Houston. You know what I mean? 2-division champion. Here's a guy that's been champion since 2015. I mean, some guys have started, and ended their career since then. You know what I mean? And still 33-0 with 22 KOs, bro. 6'1", orthodox. I mean, I think when in his peak and in top shape mentally and physically, we're looking at a pound for pound type of talent. And I think before it's all said and done, man, I'm hoping that we get a chance to see that. You know what I mean? Thomas LaManna came in. He lost to Cuban superstar Larry Lara, man. A few years back, Lara knocked him out in one round. I remember that fight. Lara caught him, man, straight left hand down the pipe, and the guy just crushed. He folded like a cheap lawn chair. You feel me? He was out of his league and out of his class. You know what I mean? I don't really expect that this Saturday night, because I think it's important with Jermall Charlo being out so long, man. It's important for him to get some work in. You know what I mean? I don't, the last thing I want to see is him go in there and just blow this guy out. I would just prefer him get behind that jab, try to feel his rhythm out. You feel me? Go to the body early and just let it come to him. But I think I like to see him go about 6 or 7 rounds just to knock off some of that ring rust, man. You feel me? Because he's going to need to. You know what I mean? And this fight will be coming live from Las Vegas, streaming live on Prime Video, man. So you don't want to miss this. It's two of the biggest names in the game, and they're back. You know what I'm saying? Jermall Charlo, man, returns after a long hiatus, man, and one of the best fighters in the game, PBC superstar, as well as Caleb Plant. If Charlo can get by this guy LaManna in good fashion, it sets up a fight, you know what I mean, between him and Caleb Plant. And we know what's happened since all of this inactivity. You know, he's allowed a few guys to get in position, you know what I mean, being the middleweight champion that he was, coming up from junior middleweight, bro, 2-division, champion. So he's been to the top. You know what I mean? None of this is going to phase him. You know what I mean? So it's important that he look good, though. You feel me? Because Caleb Plant, another PBC superstar from Nashville, relocated to Vegas, bro. I mean, really can box. I think one of the most complete fighters in the game today, and he's seasoned right now at 32 years old. And you saw that, you know what I mean, in his last fight against McCrumbie, man. He got him out of there in good fashion. You know what I mean? He took a few shots. I would have preferred him not to, but he opened the kid up, and he needed to do that. But the way he did it, man, the way he went about his business was beautiful. And it really, you know what I mean, let everybody know that I always knew Caleb Plant was a serious cat, bro. He don't take no, you feel me, prisoners. And he approach everything the same, demanding and standing on respect. So, Caleb Plant, one of them boys, man, he coming with it every time. You can expect that. You know what I mean? He did give Canelo one of his toughest fights. You feel me? Even though Canelo at that time, you know what I mean? Canelo was at the top of his game, bro. And I'm going to be talking about that, in my breakdown and build up of the Canelo Crawford fight. That fight is still a few months away, looking at September. So we're going to be able to really do a lot of work with that fight. You feel me? So stay tapped in for sure. Sweet hands, though, man. I mean, came off of destruction. This guy, he really showed his power, speed. You know, he's one of the best boxers when it come down to movement. You feel me? And so Caleb Plant, right there, man, when you look at that super middleweight division, the middleweight division, you know what I mean? He's coming up against Jose Armando Resendiz, 15-2. Now, this is a little bit much of a competitive fight, more so than what I believe, Charlo going to have. But this is perfect. This is, again, the type of tune-up fight that we don't really see often in the boxing game, man. And I think it's needed. You know what I mean? It keeps these guys active. You feel me? Every fight don't have to be a super fight unless, you calling for that. You're the top of the chain, the food chain, where there's only superstars around you, we understand. But if you getting ready and prepared like a Canelo did, he was able to get a fight in, even though, I don't think that fight helped him at all, the last fight that he had with Skull. But he did have a chance to go to a training camp, work, and get ready for a guy like Crawford. Unlike Crawford, he didn't have that opportunity. And, I'm always, because that's the big fight that everyone's looking for. So every time I get a chance to speak on it, I will. But that's going to be something to put on your, notepad, because that's going to be, I believe, a factor in that fight. But Jose Resendiz, man, come in. He had a big win, one of his biggest wins against another PBC superstar, man, Jarrett Hurd. I believe y'all remember Jarrett Hurd. He was a junior middleweight champion. He had a slugfest with Jose Resendiz. So that shows me that he got the heart for the game. You feel me? He knocked him out in the 10th round. And, you know what I'm saying? He's 26 years old, 11 knockouts. You know what I mean? Coming here, he also lost to Eliza Paliza. You know what I mean? Eliza Paliza beat him. You know what I mean? But this kid can fight a little bit. I don't think he's in the land of Caleb Plant, but he should give Plant some good rounds. He's going to challenge him. I don't think Plant want to, get raked across the coal with one flush. Nobody does. That gives a guy a chance at any time, But I believe this gives Caleb Plant an opportunity to knock off and get sharper. You feel me? He was really sharp against McCrumbie. If he come in like that, I think he's going to look good, have a chance to really show his speed, his power, and I expect him to really entertain. I think that's a big word in this fight. I think Caleb Plant needs to entertain and put on and show the people, that he is one of the best fighters in his division, and not even in the division, in the game today. He has the experience. You can see that. He's a guy, like I said, he's really filling out into a real, to the complete fighter that, I expect him, and I believe he is. You know what I mean? I think Caleb Plant is really at his prime right now. You know what I mean? I really think he's at his prime right now. But that slap, man, that was one that went viral when they had him and Charlo, Jermall Charlo met backstage at one of these fights, man. They got into it. So this is why we're here. Really, this Saturday, this weekend, that's why we're here. Because if both of these guys are successful, look for PBC to come back with a big pay-per-view later this year, man, featuring Jermall Charlo and Caleb Plant. And that would be must-see TV, man. And that would be a big fight for these guys to get off their chests. You feel me? And to the winner, really sets them up to even be in line for Canelo. If Canelo is still around after Bud Crawford fight, we'll see. We don't know what Canelo's going to do after that. Rather he win, lose, or draw. You feel me? He's in a position where he can, pretty much do what he wants. But look for Caleb Plant to really put on, man, against a tough opponent. A tough opponent that's coming to win. You know what I mean? So I think we're going to have a hell of a night Saturday night with these PBC superstars being back in action. And look for them to put on a big pay-per-view later this year, man. And hey, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you go to Tarver's Take to get all the complete breakdown. And like I say, still to come, Manny Pacquiao. You know what I mean? Manny Pacquiao is still to come. And also Usyk and DeBose. So, we're going to have leading up to a big June and July. I already got Shakur Stevenson, big fight coming up. I got Richard Hitchison fight coming up, all the breakdowns of those fights, Edgar Berlanga. So make sure you stay tapped in to Tarver's Take. Until the next time, I'll talk to you then.